Hello everyone, welcome to D4Drupal channel. In previous video, we saw about how to configure stores and store type, right? In today, we are going to see about how to configure product type, product attribute, and product variation. Okay, so let me explain about what is product type. Okay, so we created two stores, right? One is cloth and one is jewelry, right? Store type. So we have two types of store type here. One is cloth and one is jewelry. So in store we created two for cloth and two for jewelry, right? So we successfully created a store now. So when it comes to product, when we create a product, like when you upload any cloth material, any frock for kids or any kurta for women or any neck piece or any bracelet for ladies. So in that time, the both product will have some separate set of details, right? So when it comes to cloth, the cloth will contain a fabric details, right? What type of fabric it is, right? So when it come to jewelry, the jewelry is made up of what type of base metal. We have one more extra feature in that, right? So when you have different varieties like this, so you have to segregate that in the product type. So let me tell you how to do that. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new product type for cloth and new product type for jewelry. Okay, so that we can add data based on the content what we are going to upload. Okay, so commerce configuration product type. So product type I am going to create new as clothes. So here I didn't select any variation, so let it be there. I will tell you what is variation once we created a variation separately. Okay, so I'm going to save it. So now we successfully created a product type. So when you go to the manage fields here, so here you can see the product container title will be there by default, and next body field is there. So other than body field, I want to upload a new field called fabric. So I'm going to add that. So that is list text. So fabric, what type of fabric? So you have to mention here the list. It's silk or cotton or rayon, synthetic. So whatever, if you have many, you can add. So instead of select field, you can have taxonomy reference to here. So I am using here this list text, and also you can have another field as brand here. So what type of brand the kurti is, okay? So I'm not going to create brand field here. I'm going to create only the fabric, and fabric will be limited one. Save. So here I'm making it as required and save. So now we successfully created a product type of cloth with the field of body, title, and the fabric. Okay. And next, what we are going to do, we are going to create a one more product type, which is for jewelry. Jewelry. So here also I am not going to add any variations here. So let's save it. So now we created a new jewelry, and I'm going to move to the manage fields. Here you can see it contains a body field, title will be there, and one more thing, I'm going to create field as base metal. So I'm going to make that too as a list field. So what type of base metal the jewelry is, okay? So it can be alloy. And next, silver. And next, brass. So I'm going to keep only 3 and I'm going to save it. It will be 1 limited cardinality and making it required and save. Okay. So now we successfully created a field of base metal in the jewelry product type. Okay. So now we have 2 product type. One is a cloth and one is a jewelry. So next, what is product attribute? We are saying there is a product attribute to configure, right? So what it is? So, and what the product variation is, okay? So, product variation and product type, product attribute, sorry. So, those two are interlinked, which means collection of product attributes, you can use it in the variation. So, which means, so I will tell you how to do that and what it is. So, product attribute means when you have a cloth and when you see in a website, so when you have a look into saris or any frogs or any t-shirts or anything, so you can have multiple color in that, right? So when it comes to white, the price will be changing. When it comes to pink, the price will be changing. For red, some other, black, some other, or so for different colors, there will be different number of prices, right? So when you see the product, you are having an option to select color, right? In your e-commerce website. So for those features, you have to configure the product attribute. Okay. So let's create a product attribute for cloth as color. So I'm going to create a color for the cloth product type, and for jewelry, I'm going to create a product attribute as the stone colors. So the jewelry contains some different stones, right? So based on the stones, the price is going to change. So I'm going to create a 2 attributes. One is for cloth and one is for product, it's jewelry. So based on the color of the cloth, the product cloth rate is going to get changed, and based on the stone color in the jewelry, the price is gonna change. Okay, so that is what product attribute do. Okay, so let's go to product attributes and create new. So I'm going to click color. So when you, and one more thing I want to tell you, that when you create a product type, so product will be linked to the variations, right? So cloth we created, right? So this cloth is linked to cloth variations. Okay, the cloth variation will be created by automatically. So if you want to create a new product type, I will tell you. So here when you create, so there will be option of create new or use existing. Okay, so we give create new. So for both product type, there are 2 product variation created by itself. Okay, if you are selecting any existing, those 2 will not be created. Okay, so we have 2 product variations. Okay, so one is for cloth is for cloth product type, and jewelry is for jewelry product type. Okay, so here it has color and select list, and I'm going to click on cloth. Color product attribute is applicable for the product variation type of cloth. Okay, so save. So now we successfully saved, right? So here you have an option to add a value for the color. So I want to add a color field here so that it will be rendered as a colors. So I don't want to have it as a text or something. I just want to see the exact color what it is gonna be. Okay. So for that, what you have to do, you have to create a new field in the product attributes. So go to manage fields, add field. So I'm not sure I have color module or not. Let's see. Okay, I don't have. Let's create a color. Let's install the color module. cd/c bam ww split stage. So composer require the module color spelling, color, this is what that is. So compose the required Drupal / color field. So now we successfully downloaded the color field module. Let's go to the website and enable it. So here you have color field. Enable this, install. So this is from core. We are going to use the contributed color field. So I'm going to select this. So once you enable, when you go and refresh, you can see the color field here. So color field is coming, right? So this represents the color. So how you want to give the color field value? So hexa code. So it should be small case or lowercase. Which format the data should be stored in the DB. You have to configure. So I'm not going to change it. It will be as like how it is. So now we successfully created a color field. So I don't want opacity for the colors. And I'm going to save it. So now we successfully created a color field in the product attributes of color. So when you edit now, you can see here, it is coming like this, right? So instead of typing the code manually, if you want, you can get the color code for each colors in the online. You can search and get. Instead of doing that, you can configure the color grid or color spectrum so that you can select the color there itself. So here, wait a minute. Manage form display. So it's color spectrum, not color box. Yeah, it's color box. When you give color box, you can see colors are appearing here, right? So you can select which color the color should be. Okay. So our first is red. I'm going to give. So the take red color. And next, allow. And next, green. Instead of this box, you can use hexa code also. And next is blue. Okay. So now we created a colors of 4 only. If you want, you can add multiple colors here. So this contains the color field of. So this product attributes has a. So now we successfully created a product attributes. Okay. So next what we are going to do is that we are going to create a one more attribute for the jewelry. Okay. So that will be what I said, the stone color, right? Stone color. So select list, that will be for jewelry. Save. Here also I need a color field, right? So what you have to do, you have to go to the manage fields again for the stone color and create a color field. You can reuse the existing. I don't want opacity. I'm going to disable. Enable the required field. And now we successfully created a field, manage form display. I'm going to configure as like that, the color boxes, save, and edit stone color. So here you have to mention the color for the stone the jewelry has. So red, orange, green, blue. It says sky blue. Okay. And that's it, say. So now we successfully created two product attributes, one for stone color and one is for color of the cloth and one is for jewelry stone color. So we successfully created two product attributes. So I want to explain one thing now. So now I'm saying product attribute, right? Attribute and product variation and product type, right? And next one is product. These are the four things we are going to see in this video. So when you create a product type, so it automatically created the variation, and that variation, product variation is assigned to that product type automatically, right? So which means the product type is linked to the variation, right? Variation with the product variations are linked with the product types. So next, when you create a product attribute, so product attribute is linked to the product variation, right? When you create a product attribute, you selected this is applicable for which variations, right? This is linked with the product variation. So next is product. So product is linked with the product type. So when you create a product, you are going to create a product based on the type of the product. So which means how you are creating a content. When you create a content, you are creating a content in article or basic page, right? As like when you create a product, you will be creating a product for cloth or jewelry. Okay. So this is the main architectural level you have to understand in this video. Okay. I hope you understood it very well. If you are not understand it very well, so please add your comments in the comment section. Okay. So next we successfully created attribute variations and also type, right? And next what we have to do, we have to create a product next, right? So let's go and create a product. So add product. So I'm going to create a product for cloth. So I already have some data to create a product. Okay. So one is party wear girls kids frock. So I'm going to give here. So you can give the description for that too. So in this video, I'm not going to add a image field or colors for each images. So it will be a bit confusing, I think. So I just want to explain the feature overall. In next video, I will create a multiple attribute for single product type and multiple images for based on the colors. So I will do all those in the next video. So in this video, I am not going to upload any images for the products, okay? So that it will be more understandable, I think. So I didn't prepare for that description for party. And what type of fabric it is? It is a silk fabric and it's for kids, okay? And I'm going to save. You can give save or save and add variation. So as like I said, variations means when you see the product in the front end, so you will be selecting a color for each product. So based on the color, the value of the price will be changing, right? So that action can be taken care by the variation. So variation will be linked to the attribute. So when you create a variation, you are actually creating a value for the attributes, product attributes, okay? So variation is connecting the product with the product attributes. Okay, I'm going to create a new variation. So here you have to mention the variation. So this is for red color prop. SKU is a stock keeping unit. It's a unique ID for all the products. So you can use it to identify the product is belongs to you or not. So you can give like a, and it's comes to kids corner, so KSC, and you can give 1 2 3 4 whatever. So you can segregate it as like that. So price for red color, I'm going to give a price is 1000, and the price will be in the INR, and the value of the color attribute is red, and I'm going to save it. And next I'm going to add one more variation, and that is for blue. So KC3456 whatever, and the price 950, and it's in INR. So color is blue, and next I'm going to give a color of green, that is KC 3 some numbers, and it's 1100, and the color attribute value is green. And next is yellow, right? Yellow is, it's KC some numbers, price 1050. Okay, yellow. So you have to select yellow here and save. So now we successfully created some set of variation for this. So you can rearrange based on the color what you want to print in the front. Okay, and I'm going to view here. So when you view, it is saying for the red color, do we give 100? Yeah, 100. It should be 1000, right? Okay, 1000. Okay, so for red, the value is 1000. And for blue, the value is 950. And for green, the value is 1100. And for yellow, the value is 1050. Okay. So based on the color, the value is getting changed. So here it is displaying variation, right? I don't want to display variation and all. Okay. I have to go to product type, manage display. Here you have to hidden the variation label and save. If you go and refresh, the variation gone. And next, it is displaying the color as a select, right? I don't want to show this as a select. I just want to display this as a color squares. Okay. So for that, you have to go to edit of the color. And here, instead of element type, select list, you have to select the render attribute and save. Once you saved, okay, let's go to product page and check. So it is displaying some other format, which means the manage display is not configured here. Go here, and here color, instead of color text, I'm going to give swatch, the color swatch. So you can define the width and height of the box, the color box here. So now we successfully configure the manage display. So now you can see how it is displaying. So for red, the price, and for blue, the price for green, yellow, right? So here you can give a circle also, whatever the value you want, you can give here. So I don't want to display color there. So when you refresh again here, now you can see the color gone here. Okay, so I don't want this red, blue, green, yellow. It's already in the bottom explained, right? So I want to make it hidden from here. So when you save here, so when you refresh, now you are the text gone, right? So this is how you need to configure the product type, product variation, and product attribute. Okay. So that's it about today's session. I hope everyone understand it very well. And I think it will be a bit confusing when you see this first time. So once you watch the video, you go to your website and start configuring by yourself. When you do that, you can easily understand it very well. And if you like the video, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.